So I'm Bhaskar Pant. I'm the Executive Director of MIT Professional Education. That's the arm of MIT that provides access to professionals around the world to education and knowledge sharing that we do with them, drawing on research-based knowledge that the faculty produce at MIT. So we address the industry professionals across the globe that are engaged in the kinds of technology areas that we address, such as now it's artificial intelligence, machine learning. It used to be things like even electric motors, spectroscopy, architecture. So we span all areas of MIT in terms of allowing professionals who already graduated from their individual colleges and need continuing education or lifelong learning. That's what we provide, but our specific focus is people who work in industry. As I said, even the areas we cover have changed, and why have they changed? Because people need knowledge in areas that are fast changing, fast moving. Technology is moving at a pace that just people can't keep up with it in terms of knowledge. And so what you learned last year may be obsolete by the time you come around a year later or 2 years later. And so we have to be, if you like, just in time to allow them to access knowledge that's cutting edge, that's the latest, that our faculty produce, as I say, on the basis of their research. And we share that with the individuals that are practitioners in the real world, and they need to know what the latest is. So as they're planning ahead, they know what the trends are, they know what the solutions are to current problems and future problems that they may not have even thought about. So that's the kind of work we do, and with that we bring in areas such as artificial intelligence, deep machine learning, which is now, these are buzzwords that affect everybody across various sectors in industry. And so that's just one example of where we have to keep up with whatever the latest is in terms of industry demand. It used to be that we used to produce courses based on what the professors wanted to share with industry. In other words, it was more supply driven. Now it's very, very highly market driven, and we match them with the expertise of the faculty that are relevant to the subject matter. Yeah, it used to be that they brought in a lot of material that they may have been using in undergraduate classes or maybe even graduate classes. Now they have to focus much more on what the practitioners in industry, what do they want, and really rejig their content to suit the needs of industry professionals. So they have to do that much more in terms of formulation of the curricula, and including how they teach. They need to be much more interactive. These industry professionals are generally experts in their areas, and they want more knowledge. But they can share knowledge, their knowledge, with the professors as well as their fellow colleagues who are attending the course. So it's much more interactive, it's much more knowledge sharing, and the professor is more of a facilitator rather than just the originator of all content. Well, we use various modes of delivery. We obviously use still the in-classroom instruction as our primary way of teaching, but it's been supplemented, it's been complemented by online deliveries. We also do course deliveries across the globe. It used to be we only did courses on campus, and in terms of global access, not only are we doing online, which automatically is globally accessible, but we also do in-classroom kinds of projects in different countries. For instance, recently we've been doing work in the Middle East, we've done work in Taiwan, we've done work in India. So this is a new direction as well, is go where the market is, see if we can deliver it there, and the content then has to be customized to their particular needs geographically or culturally. That is different from the way it's delivered in the United States. So I think the pedagogy is changing in terms of how we interact with industry professionals, but also we look at where they're from. Their needs may be quite different from their colleagues in a different part of the world, including the United States, and we need to be sensitive to all those matters.